I come from Gothenburg, Sweden. That's a city that's marketed in this way. It's always sunny. The kids are happy. Most cities all around the world is marketed in the same way, where all the things you can do in the city is best done when the sun is out. But this is what it's actually like in Gothenburg. It's gray, it's raining, and most people are not that happy all the time. In fact, it rains a lot in Gothenburg, and in the west coast of Sweden, it rains the most in all over Sweden. And research indicates that it's going to rain even more in the future. So I thought about this, and maybe we can openly admit this, that it rains. So when the city asked for ideas or concepts for the upcoming 400th anniversary of Gothenburg, I came up with the idea that Gothenburg should become the world's best city when it rains. And that's because water fascinates us. There's a strong human desire to interact with water. Young children instinctively want to play with water. Water is something natural and something necessary for our survival. But also adults are drawn to water, which we can see in the next image. The high real estate prices on our coastlines all over the world are a testament to. And all city development projects in old harbor cities like Gothenburg, where I'm from, they always talk about using the water or better exploiting the proximity to water, but they never talk about the rain. But we actually like water that falls, just as long as it falls on the right place and on the right time. And we're fascinated by things like waterfalls, and these things often become like tourist attractions around the world. And then we try to recreate them in our gardens and our park. We find it beautiful and relaxing to see and hear waterfall. To see and hear waterfall brings calm to the point that recording sounds of falling water are sold commercially. And according to researchers, water is one of the most appealing design elements because it's perceived to have both aesthetic and practical properties. Yet, with this knowledge, this isn't something we use in the rain coming from the sky. This picture shows one of the world's best violinists, Joshua Bell. He played a complex piece on a subway station in the United States on a violin for 25 million, and nobody cared. And and I get the feeling that we're treating the rain in the same way. Nobody cares. So what if we could change this and instead take advantage of the rain? What if rainwater could be led to form rippling streams and small waterfalls down our avenue in Gothenburg or along other height differences in the city? What if you can enjoy a waterfall when waiting for the bus? What if public art could be activated by rain? On the right here you see the Neustadt Kunsthofpassage, a facade which with pipes that plays music when it rains. And this concept can also be used by other actors within the city. Perhaps Gothenburg can become the first city that rain-proofs its rental bikes. Our music festival can become the world's best festival when it rains. And our amusement park can become the world's best amusement park when it rains. Gothenburg should become the world's best city when it rains, because when the sun shines, everybody's happy for the little things. Then it's enough to have a coffee on an outdoor cafe, relax in the park, or take a boat out to the archipelago. This is about raising the life quality when life is pissing on you, literally speaking. But the concept could also be applied when it's not raining. Then you can look at artificial rainbows, visit the rain house, drink the rainwater you collected in your raincoat, or find shade under umbrellas. And the world's best city when it rains will also be a unique opportunity to market and position Gothenburg internationally, a position that is currently free. At the same time, the concept will act as insurance for tourists, whose visit wouldn't be ruined if it rains, quite the opposite. But there is also a more serious side to all of this. Experts believe that in the near future, nearly half of the world's population will suffer from water shortage. And unlike oil, there is no substitute for water. However, we are very fortunate up in Sweden, where it will rain more in the future, while the desert areas will spread in other parts of the world. And you might think we have a shitload of water on Earth, but this is what it looks like when it turned into a sphere. And out of that water, 97.5% of that water is salt water. And out of the remaining water, 70% is frozen. And that means that all living creatures on Earth have to survive on less than 1% of all the water we have. And Gothenburg could be proactive and show a better way to use rainwater. Over half of the water we use today could directly be replaced by rainwater. So this concept should also include research projects and lead to inspire people to do new invention and innovations. We simply have to begin to see a rain a little more like this, as something useful and natural rather than something just dull and annoying. Because rain is something we all share and is therefore an important part of our culture. Rain affects how we dress, how we move around the city, and how we feel. And by changing our relationship to rain, we can create a better city for everyone, both for tourists and for the people who live in Gothenburg. So let us humbly turn a weakness into an opportunity and let Gothenburg become the world's best city when it rains. Oh, and I've also moved recently to Shanghai. So I'm working on a new concept now to turn a weakness into an opportunity. Thank you all very much. Congratulations.